I have the good fortune of coming in contact with the great couple, Dr. Sriram Sunti and Srimati Sharada Sunti in Chicago. I have known them for the past 20 years, and they have been running an organization by name Sapna. Sapna stands for Sri Annamacharya Project of North America. She has, Sharada Sunti has selected that name because she feels that Annamacharya is the modern day representative of all that the Indian culture and the Sampradaya stands for. She herself has done a doctorate on Annamacharya, and she belongs to a family where her forefathers have done a lot of research on Annamacharya. When they came to America, they are the first couple to introduce Annamacharya to North America, not only to Indian audiences but also to Western audiences. In the name of Annamacharya, they started a project 25 years back, and the main objective of this project is to really bridge a Varadhi between the Western and Indian cultures. Particularly for the second generation, third generation migrants from India, continuing with the ancestral sampradayas and roots is a very, very difficult proposition. The parents may be interested, but the opportunities will be few. And in India itself, parents are finding it difficult to inculcate those values to the children, and what to think of places like America, England and other places. And that's what really has made her think and organize a group of like-minded people from India, Canada and US and form this organization. And applying various methods with a lot of detailed planning and meticulous execution, this couple had been trying to inculcate, develop, enthuse and infuse confidence into the teachers who are really interested in propagating the classical music, instrumental as well as vocal, and also the traditional dance forms of India. For doing that, they thought that leaving teaching to the teachers and the children, they wanted to really create platforms for those people to really develop into performing artists. In that direction, they have taken several different routes and methods. Initially, they started inviting famous, talented artists from India and started arranging performances, demonstration lectures and all. And also they have started providing a lot of opportunities for the local children who have been learning and providing opportunities for the teachers. They have instituted awards, Kalapurna Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, like that 3 or 4 different types of awards for artists, for famous personalities and all. And they have invited a large number of famous personalities and arranged for lecture tours. Nowadays it has become popular for a lot of artists to come from India and have a series of programs in America. But imagine the situation 25 years back. These were the people who were the forerunners who have taken the initiative at that time to coordinate with various organizations throughout America and coordinate with the artists, bring them, arrange 20, 30 programs, and to see that the present generation is exposed to the Indian arts and culture. It is very, very gratifying to note that almost every child, Indian child, is exposed to some form of art form, either classical music or vocal music or instrumental music or a dance form. See, every parent is really interested in exposing their children. This is mainly because I think the first generation it may be useful, it may not be really that difficult. But now already they have come to the second, third generations. And we find that here the interest the parents and the children are taking in our classical arts, Indian classical arts, is much more than what we find in India. It is because of the efforts of organizations, particularly like Sapna. And let me compliment this couple for the wonderful work they have done and provide complete support to this organization. May God bless this venture.